Throughout Nintendo's history, they have been very successful with their handheld systems, with the Game Boy Color selling millions of units and being home to some of the best Mario games out there. So it was only natural that a new Mario game had to be on Nintendo's newly released system, the Game Boy Advance. So in 2003, Nintendo teamed up with Alpha Dream to create a brand new Mario spin-off that would go on to sell millions of copies and receive universal acclaim. This is the story behind Mario&Luigi Superstar Saga. Mario&Luigi Superstar Saga was released on November 17, 2003 for the Game Boy Advance. The game itself takes a lot of inspiration from the previous Mario RPG, Paper Mario. One of the biggest differences about this game, as opposed to other role-playing games, is the battle system. In the game, you have 4 different ways to attack enemies. Jumping on them is the first way, and only works on enemies who don't have spikes. Using your hammer is the second, and works on all types of enemies. The third is either an electric attack if you're using Luigi, or a fire attack if you're using Mario. Both attacks are very effective to certain types of enemies, and the fourth and final way of attacking is using a Bros move. These ultra powerful moves can only be used when both brothers are still alive, and if you have the right amount of points to use the corresponding move. Once you choose any of the 4 moves, you are required to do a quick time event. If done successfully, your character will do a lot of damage. If failed, your Mario or Luigi will just fall to the ground. Another one of the greatest things about the battle system for this game is that all enemy attacks can be dodged, making it a game of skill instead of just luck. While some attacks will only be aimed at one of the bros, other attacks will be aimed at both. Both the bros are controlled using the A and B buttons respectively, both in the battle sections and overworld sections of the game. And the more you progress in the game, the more abilities Mario and Luigi unlock, like being able to do a high jump or use electric and fire attacks to solve puzzles. Another one of the notable things about this game is that almost the entire game takes place in the Bean Bean Kingdom instead of the Mushroom Kingdom, and that almost all of the areas in the Bean Bean Kingdom are named after a type of laughter. There's Oho Ocean, Hoo Hoo Mountain, Guarhar Lagoon, Woohoo University, Guff-Awa Ruins, and many more diverse and interesting places to visit. The story focuses around Mario and Luigi trying to stop Cackletta and Fawful from obtaining the Bean Star, a magical item that can grant all of the user's wishes. In the brothers' attempt to stop Cackletta, they travel across many different parts of the Bean Bean Kingdom. One cool thing about this game is that the Mario brothers always have the upper hand, even if they didn't know it. Thanks to Prince Peasley's intervention, both the bros eventually catch up to Cackletta and defeat her in the Woohoo University. Upon doing this, the Bean Star splits into 4 pieces and is scattered across the Bean Bean Kingdom. However, things start to take a turn for the worse for the Mario brothers once Cackletta finds an unconscious Bowser and possesses him. The possessed Bowser, now called Bowletta, kidnaps the princess and forces the Mario brothers to find all 4 Bean Star pieces. Upon finding all 4 Bean Star pieces, the brothers take them to Joke's End to make the trade with Bowletta. Bowletta refuses to hand over Peach, but Luigi, disguised in Peach's spare dress, ends up being taken in Peach's stead. He escapes from the repaired Koopa Cruiser, reclaiming the Bean Star in the process. The brothers return to Bean Bean Castletown, finding it under attack by Bowletta using Bowser's Flying Castle. The brothers and Prince Peasley fly up to it to stop Cackletta. After fighting their way through the castle, the Mario brothers are confronted by Bowletta, and after a brief battle, Bowletta swallows both the brothers, where they are forced to battle Cackletta's soul inside Bowser's belly. After defeating Cackletta, the brothers are spit out and Bowser is returned to normal. The brothers then escape the castle before it explodes from a bomb set by Prince Peasley. After the fighting has ended, Mario and crew and the Bowser, who no longer has amnesia, head back to the Mushroom Kingdom. Now, the Mario and Luigi series is known for its colorful and diverse cast of characters. In just this game alone, there are so many characters with different personalities. Some of the most notable characters for this game are Luigi, Bowser, and Prince Peasley. All of these characters are special for different reasons. Prince Peasley is a bit stuck up and prideful, but can back up his words with his actions. After all, he was the one that planted the bombs that blew up Bowser's castle, and stopped Cackletta from obtaining Peach's voice. Then there's Bowser, and throughout the course of the game, Bowser is being taken advantage of by one villain after another. In the beginning, he gets shot out of a cannon by the Toll Star, giving him amnesia. He is then found by Popple and is used as a sidekick to help Popple throughout the game. Eventually though, as Bowser and crew are holding on to the Beanstar that is flying through the sky, he regains his memory only to be thrown all the way back down to Earth, where he is then found by Fawful and Cackletta, and is possessed by Cackletta. And I think this is one of the greatest things about the Mario and Luigi series. The villains actually have their own stories. In fact, throughout the entire history of the Mario and Luigi series, Bowser is only ever the final boss twice, and more often than not, he ends up having to help Mario and Luigi in defeating an even greater villain. And the last character I'll be taking a look at is Luigi. In this game, Luigi is portrayed as kind of a nobody. Most people in the Bean Bean Kingdom recognize Mario, but don't know who Luigi is. But as the story progresses, Luigi ends up coming out of his brother's shadow. The most notable scene on which he does this is when Mario and the gang are in Little Funky Town, and Mario eats a poisonous mushroom, and is infected with the bean fever, and it is up to Luigi to rescue him. At first, Luigi is so scared he can barely walk, but upon stumbling into a fortune teller's house, Luigi gains the courage he needs to get the antidote for Mario, and I guess it's the little things like these that make Luigi one of my favorite Mario characters. The Mario and Luigi series would go on to have a sequel on November 28, 2005, titled Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. The game introduced many new mechanics to the series and was given an 86% on Metacritic. There would also be 3 more games in the series: Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, Mario and Luigi Dream Team, and Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, which was the last new game in the series until an updated version of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga was released on October 6, 2017. Most of the footage used for this video comes from this game. And shortly after the release of Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga for the 3DS, an updated version of Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story for the Nintendo 3DS was announced in a Nintendo Direct. So even though this series has had its ups and downs, I think it's safe to say this series is going to be around for a while. And with that, thank you for watching.